Hi, my name is Avenger. I'm your tech here at American Dream Vacations. Today I'm going to show you how to operate the Avenger Unit 271. Right up here you're going to have your electric jack. Just go up, go down, all right here is going to be all in one. Right underneath here is where your propane is going to be at. So you're going to have two tanks here. This tank here, they're both going to be full. So this one here, to turn it on, you're just going to turn this part here on to power. And then if you need to switch the unit, if you want to come around this other side, and if you need to switch the tank from one tank to the other, you're going to use this, flip it over, turn this tank off, and you're going to turn this tank on, okay? And then that's only if you feel like it's running out or anything like that, then you'll do that. If not, you just leave it all right here, and this will take care of all of it. You can have both house batteries right here. They're both going to be charged, fully charged, ready for you to take it. And they will have covers on these, so you don't have to worry about just water filling these up. These will have covers on them. You can have a little bit of a leveler right here in the front, so you can help level yourself out the best you can. Right over here on this other side, put this back on. Right here on this side, you're gonna have your first compartment, your storage compartment. You're also gonna have these little storage door holders, so that's just gonna hold your door open, so you don't have to use your head or hand trying to put stuff in here. Just all stay up there. Right here you're gonna have where your jack handles are at. This one here, you're just gonna put it, you're gonna crank it down. These jacks are not meant for you to jack up the unit and pick it up to level it. These here are just meant just to touch the ground so that you don't have to, when you're inside the unit, it's not rocking around. So this thing's here you want down when you get to where you're going, just so that they kind of stabilize it so it's not rocking or bouncing around when you're walking inside. So these here you just want just to touch the ground. So just like that, you just want to touch the ground. You don't want it to lift up or anything like that. Just touch the ground. That way it's all nice and set there. You have a pretty good space of storage space inside there. So just if you need all that extra space, you're going to have it there. You have electric awning. You're just going to press your button. The awning is going to come out. Once we go inside, I'll show you how to operate that. Right here, you're going to have a cable access. This cable here is not like if you go to a cable place and they're going to have cable. This is not the inlet for that. This one here is an outlet. So if you have cable or you're going to put a TV outside, you'll connect the TV in here to get regular TV channels. And then you also have your 110 plug socket. On these ones here, you want to make sure you're plugged into a shore power or have a generator to get power coming through these plugs. Right here, you're going to have a entrance door holder. So that here, so when you open up your entrance door here, this is just going to come on here and it's going to lock. So in case you're on an incline or it's kind of windy and your door's kind of flapping, you don't want it to hit the unit and cause any damage, you want to make sure you use your door holder. Okay. You do have a slide out here, and once we go inside, I'll bring out the slides and show you where those are at. Right here, this is just the compartment behind your refrigerator, like your piping, Freon, things like that. You don't need to worry about that at all. Right here, you're going to have your water heater. Your water heater here is electric or gas. So right here, you're just going to flip the switch on inside for the gas, to turn on your water heater, and you don't have to worry about coming out here at all. Just remember that if you do have your water heater on, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to get hot, so you don't have to wait that long. And this right here will be hot. So if you have it on, be careful. This is hot. Don't come by it. Down here, this here is going to be your furnace for your heater. If it's cold, you can have your heater on. This will be hot too because this is the heater exhaust. So just be careful if you do come outside. This will be hot. Right here, you have an outside kitchen. So right here, you're going to have an outside kitchen. It just opens just like this. So right here, you're going to have your refrigerator. Pretty good sized refrigerator. You have all your terminals here. Turn it all on and get it all set up. Right here, you're going to have more cabinet spaces here. Cabinet space here. You're going to have a light right here. You also have a 110 plug socket. So if you are plugged in, you get power. Make sure it's plugged in to get power through there. Right in here, you're going to have your stovetop. Outside stovetop here. So you're going to have it. You could also take these little arms out here. That way it kind of helps protect it from the wind and things like that if there's any wind out there. And then you just turn it on here, light it with the lighter, and it's going to turn on right there. Right in here is where the... So let me get that cord. Yeah. So right here you're going to have this cord. This here is going to connect here like this, kind of like an air pump. You're going to pull this part here back. This part's going to come in. Just gonna come in and it's gonna lock on place. So it's gonna lock right there. And then down here, you can see this. This here is gonna be your next part. Is you're gonna the same thing, push it in, push that part in there. Once you have it all connected, you can have this little lever, and you're just gonna open this lever here this way, so that way it's going straight with the pipe, and that's gonna let the gas come out here to come in here. So make sure you have this one open and this one here opened as well, just to make sure that that propane is gonna go straight to your stovetop to get all that furnace going. And then just make sure you're gonna close this before you disconnect, otherwise it's all kinds of propane is gonna shoot out through here, and you don't want that. And then the same thing down here, close this one down here too, and then you're just gonna pull this one here out, and then that's gonna be your outside stove. This here is just gonna be inside your door space here. And this here is just gonna be on the inside like that. Make sure you put your latch back through. Make sure you put your latch back through, just so that when you're driving, this ain't gonna have that little wee way to be flapping back and forth. You do have a kitchen sink inside here, and that's your outside kitchen. You have another little leveler back here, so that way you can help kind of level you through the side to front. You have an outside shower, so if you get a shower or anything like that outside, or rinse off if you get muddy. You have your outside shower here. This right here is your city water connection. I'm gonna go grab the water hose real quick. So right here, this is your water pressure regulator. This just reduces the water pressure from the city to the pipes in the unit. The pipes in the unit ain't as durable like as the regular house pipes. So you want to make sure you have this on just to reduce that pressure. This here, you're just going to get this, you're just going to screw it on. Just get it, tighten it up. Put this other end onto the speaker that the camp plates or wherever you're at is going to provide, and turn it on. Once you have it connected in here, this system is going to go straight to your sinks, faucets, toilet, shower. You don't have to have your water pump on, and it also saves the water in your freshwater tank. So if you're going to have city water and all that, you just want to use this and save all the water in the unit. So just in case you drive off and you still need water somewhere else, you already have all the water still inside the unit. Just make sure you turn the water pump on to use the water from the tank, and leave the water pump off if you're going to use this city water. That just goes like that. Right back here, you're going to have a spare tire that's going to come right here. Okay, come all the way on this side. Right here, this is the inlet. So right here, if you go to a camping place, you're going to have cable. You're going to plug this one to the plug there's your cable into there to here, and that's how you're going to get your cable. You have another leveler here on this side here. You're going to have your sewage hose right here in the very back of your unit. You're going to have two of them, so in case it needs to go long, you're going to have two of them. If you don't need it to go that long and it's pretty close, you can just undo them and they both separate. So just depending on what you want, you're going to have two of them. Hold on 1 second, let me get the, oh no, still more up here. Right here, you're going to have your electrical. This here is just going to pull out, and then you just push it back in and it's going to go in. It's a 30 amp system right here. So if they're gonna have a 30 amp system, you want to plug this directly into what they're gonna have, and then like I said, it comes out about 15 to 20 feet, so you'll be able to plug it in however far you're gonna need to. Right here you have the 30 amp. You just plug it directly into a 30 amp. If you don't have a 30 amp, you're gonna have this 110. You're gonna have this 110 adapter here. So if they don't have a 30 amp like this, you can use a 110. And this is just going to connect like that, and this is going to be like a regular house plug. Every place should have a regular house plug. Okay. So go ahead and we'll leave it plugged in so you can go inside. You're going to need a generator or electrical power, shore power, to get your microwave, your TV, and your air conditioner to work. And also in the very front up here, these are like your regular car batteries. So say like if you left your car radio on or the lights on in your car, about 2-3 hours later you're having a dead battery. This is the same kind of concept. So if you're not going to have a generator or electrical power, you're just gonna be dry camping, you're gonna want to make sure you bring some jumper cables with you, just in case you have to charge up these batteries, because these don't last that long. They'll last about 2 to 4 hours, depending on how much light usage you use. So just keep in mind that you are going to want a generator or electrical hookups, or make sure you bring jumper cables just to give yourself a jump, because these will die within 2 to 4 hours. So make sure you're keeping an eye on your batteries if you're dry camping. Right here, you're going to have another compartment space here. Same thing, it's going to go all the way across. And then right here, you're going to have your battery covers that we'll have on there already for you tightened down. This thing here is your jack handle. So say maybe your batteries died and you don't have jumper cables, and you're trying to take it off your truck so you can go get some or anything like that, and you can't take it off, you can use this little handle here. This here is just going to fit right on the inside there, and then you're just going to crank it. You're going to want to take your propane cover off, then you're just going to crank it. It's going to go up, go down, just depending on what you want to do. And then just put your cap here back on, so that way it doesn't fly off. Get that elbow to the other side. So right here, this is your elbow for your sewage area. You want to put this, I always say 2 times, turn it twice. Turn it twice to go inside the hole, just to get that firm lock. If you go once around, it might still be loose and pop out. So just do it 2 times, make sure it's in there. Once you have it in there, so once you have that in the campground, you're gonna have these claws. These claws here, you're gonna put on these little extra little knobs right here on the side. You can see how they have these little knobs on the side. These claws are just going to go on there, and you're just going to turn it, lock it on, and then you're going to get this, pull it towards however far you need. If it's just this far, you could use this one. If you have to go farther, add that extra extension to it. And these here, the same thing with these little knobs on the side here. Just twist them on, and then it locks in. Once you have all this together and it's in the ground, then you're going to come over here. You're going to pull your black handle here, which is your toilet. Pull this one first, let it all drain out. Once it's all drained out, you're gonna close it, and then you're gonna pull your gray valve out when your black tank is done flushing. Close it, open your gray valve. Your gray valve is gonna help clean out your hose. It's dirty water, but it's cleaner than your toilet. So make sure black one first, gray second. And if you're gonna be at a campground and for a couple of days and you have all this connected, you're gonna want to leave your gray valve open, so in case you're taking a shower, washing dishes, all that water is just going to come out, so that way it's not bringing up all your tank, and maybe you might flood it out just by not checking your levels. So make sure you have this open if you're at a campsite, and then right before you leave the campsite, close your valve here, and then you're going to open your black valve again just to make sure there's nothing else in there before you drive off. And then, like I said, make sure you close this one, open this one again just to help clean out this if you need to. These ones right here are just a cold drain and a hot drain. You don't need to worry about those. This one right here is for your fresh water tank. Right now your unit here, this unit here has no water, so that's what this is for. This just is letting you know there's no water in it. So when you come, we're gonna have this valve pulled to the side, and it's gonna be filled with water, and you don't have to worry about filling it up or anything like that. Okay. This right here is where your fresh water tank is at. So if you're gonna fill up your fresh water tank, they're not gonna have like a water tank or anything like that. This here is just gonna sit in there. You don't have to tighten it down or anything, just let it sit in there. Plug your other end into the spigot, turn it on. Once you have it on, and this thing is full, this little screen right here, water's gonna come spraying out through there, telling you that it's full, it's not gonna take any more water, and also water's gonna come out through here. Like I said, it's gonna be full, it's not gonna take any more water. You just put your cap back on. You're gonna put your water hose back inside your compartment space here, and then you always want to keep your water hose and your sewage hose separate. So that's why your sewage hose is in your bumper and the water hose is in the front. You don't want to mix them, because then you'll contaminate them and you have to pay for a water hose. So make sure you just keep them separate and not contaminate them. Okay. Now we'll come inside. Your steps here are just going to fold once and fold twice, and that's how they're going to go in. Bringing them out, you're just going to pull this part here, pull that down, pull this one all the way down too, and that's going to be all the way out. Once again, you have your door holder here, so you're going to be at like an incline, or you're going to be at, and then it's getting windy. You could also separate your screen door, so you can have your screen door closed, and you have a little slider door. You can keep that closed, like if it's a nice night and it's fresh, you have your screen door open to get that fresh air, and it also keeps all the bugs and mosquitoes out, so you don't have to worry about them coming in or out. That's just an option you could have to bring them out. And it just connects right back to your door there. Right inside here, inside this closet door to your right when you first walk in, this here is going to be your top switch is going to be for your awning. We'll go ahead and take your awning out. If it's windy or you have your awning out and then the wind starts to pick up, we do ask that you bring your awning in, so that way the wind won't take it and cause any kind of damage. So it's just going to go out. Once it's all the way out, you're going to see that little flap. Once you see that little flap right there, that right there is all the way out. So once you see that flap, it's all the way out, and you're ready to bring it back in. But make sure if it is windy, leave your awning in. I'm going to bring it in right away because it is kind of windy and I don't want it to fly off like a kite. So we're going to bring it in, and then we're going to bring out our slides. Which other switches to the slides are just right here on the side. So right there, your awning's all the way in. The second switch right here is going to be your kitchen slide, which you're just going to press out, and it's going to come out right behind you on the side of you there. So right there, your slide's coming out. You do want your slides in when you're driving off. Make sure you give yourself enough room in between walls and other people next to you. Make sure you have enough room to bring your slides out, so that way you don't hit them or cause any kind of damage taking your slide all the way out. When you hear that noise, that means your slide's all the way out. It's not going to go any further, just stop. And then right here you have your next one, which is going to be your living room slide. So the bottom switch is going to be for your living room slide, middle switch is going to be for your kitchen slide, and then the top switch is going to be for your awning. So right there, I hear that clicking noise again. That just means it's all the way out. So you'll close your door there. Right here, you're going to have some switches. So right here, you're going to have your switch for your inside light. The next switch is going to be your porch light outside. Right here, inside your little cabinet area, you're going to have your remote for your TV. You also have a radio here. Just turn your radio on. Pick what station you want to listen to or anything like that. You can also pick which speaker you want by pressing A, B, or C. You can listen to music inside, or you can listen to music outside. Then you get regular TV. If you want to watch a DVD, your DVD player is going to be your radio here. So right here, you even have the little DVD symbol. So you put your DVD in here, go up here where it says aux, and switch it from aux or regular radio to the AV1 or AV2, and that's going to be your DVD for your top here. You also have an extra remote here for your radio, so if in case you just want to use a remote for your radio instead of pressing all the buttons, you can do that. You have more cabinet space down here on the very bottom. Right in your here is going to be where your bathroom is at.
Hey baby, I'm sorry to argue about your work. I didn't mean to say that you were capable or smart.
Go and turn that off. Right in here, you're going to have where your bathroom is at. Right here, you're going to have your light switch. The light switch is right here. So right here, you're going to have a light switch that's going to turn on that one. This one right here is going to be manual. Up here, you're going to have a roof vent. This roof vent here you do want down when you're driving so it doesn't fly off. And then you can turn your fan on. The fan works there. And then just crank it all the way back down. Right in here you're going to have a shower. You're going to have a lock right here on your shower door, so when you're driving your door's not going to be flapping. So make sure you flip that to your right. And then right here you're going to have where your shower is at. Pretty good size shower. Close it. Make sure you lock it if you're going to be driving so it's not going to be flapping back and forth. You have a little bit of a trash can right there. You have access behind your mirror here for like toothbrush, toothpaste, all the essentials. You're going to have your sink. Right here you're going to have a 110 plug socket with the GFI. So say you're plugged into a outlet, the outshore power, or you have a generator and that's on, and for some reason like you plug in a coffee pot or something that's not working, you can just come over here, make sure you press your GFI, make sure that they're not popped, and then check it again and see if it works. Right here you're going to have these little monitor panels at. This here is going to tell you how full your battery is, how full your water tank is, how full your black tank is, how full your gray tank is, and then the gallery. The gallery is going to be your kitchen sink. Your gray water is going to be your sink and shower. Your black one is going to be your toilet. You also have these switches right here, which is your water heater switch. You can have it either electric, if you're going to have a generator or you're plugged in. You're going to want to turn this one on. If not, if you're going to be dry camping, you're going to want to use your electric on your gas. And this one here doesn't use all the electric. It just uses the igniter to start the flame, and then it's going to be on gas after that. So you don't have to worry about it staying on the electric on the whole time unless you're on the other one. So the flame right here is gas, the lightning bolt's the electric. Right down here you're going to have your 4 rolls of tissue that we provide, and then also your 2 chemical packs. Chemical packs are if you're using the restroom for a while and it's having a bit of a smell, you're just going to open up your toilet here. There's going to be water inside there. Throw this down in there, let it dissolve with the water. You don't have to open it, let it dissolve with the water. Once you see that it's dissolving with the water, you're going to flush it down. Your toilet's going to have a pedal up here in the front. You're just going to flush it the rest of the way down, and it's going to have a better smell, and it also breaks up the tissue better. So those will be right down here on the very bottom. Right here you're going to have a door. So right here you're going to have a divider door from your bedroom to your bathroom. So say you're sleeping in here and somebody else needs a bathroom, you could always keep this one here closed, and then you don't have to worry about anyone while you're sleeping. They're in here in the bathroom doing their business. This door can keep them out, so that way you don't have to have that worry. Right here you're going to have regular blinds. You're going to have on the blinds here, you're going to have these little mini blind holders on the sides. These things here, you do want your blinds back inside these little slide things. If you don't have these back in and you're driving, these are going to be flat scratches or damage to the unit. So make sure you have them belted back in here. If you don't have them in here, you could also have these things here. Put the blinds all the way up, and then that'll keep it from bouncing back and forth. But if you're not going to have them like that, we do recommend you keep them on your little mini blind holders so you don't cause any kind of damage to the blinds or anything like that. So these things here are just going to sit. There's little holes right here on the side of the blinds that connect into the side of the mini blind holders there. Then you're going to have another one here. So that way they're not going to be flapping around or anything like that. You can still open them, you can still close them. You just have to disconnect them if you want them all the way up. Right here, you're going to have some closet space here. You can have another 110 plug socket here. Right up here, you're going to have another light switch here. Another light switch there. Another light switch up here. You can have more cabinet space above. More cabinet space on that side. Your bed here does lift up to get inside your storage area. So if you need to get in here for any kind of reason, like at nighttime or anything like that, you'll be able to. Right here, you're going to have a coax cable. So if they're going to have cable at the camp place, you can use the coax cable, plug it into their outlet, plug it into yours, and then you'll get cable inside. Right here, this here just has a little clip here, and this is what's going to hold your door up, so that way you don't have to hold it with your hand and try to get stuff out of here. This right here will keep your door down, okay? And this here just connects right back on the side, and then you have it back into a bed. Okay. Right here, you're going to have where your antenna is at. So right here, for your antenna, you're just going to crank this thing here all the way up. So right here, you're just going to crank it all the way up. Once it's all the way up, it's going to stop. So right there, once it stops, that's all the way up. It goes up about 2, almost 3 feet in the air. so you don't want to drive with this up. So if you're going to drive off, make sure you bring it back down. Bringing it back down, you're just going to use this, and this here is just going to bring it back down. You're going to hear it hit the roof, and that's going to tell you that it's all the way back down. Right here, you're going to have another storage space on this side here. You have another 110 plug socket on this side, so you can plug in your charger for your phone or anything like that if you need to. You're going to have the same thing. You have the mini blinds on this side, same kind of concept. You want them on the mini blind holder on the side, or you want them all the way in the up position before you take off driving. Otherwise, they're going to be bouncing around and there might be some damage when you're there. Right here, you're going to have a bedroom door. So right here, you're going to have a door to go into your bedroom, and then you also have the door into the bathroom. Right here is going to be where you're going to turn your heater on or your air conditioner. So right here, we'll turn the air conditioner on first. You want to make sure this switch here on your right is on auto, and then this one you're going to move to cool. Give it a few seconds, and then you're going to get the air conditioner on. Once the air conditioner is on, you're going to have, just want to come this way. You have a choice. You can let the air come straight down here, kind of cool you off faster on a hot day, but it's going to take longer to cool the whole unit. I always say leave these closed. Leave these vents closed, that way all the air is going to come through the ducting, and it's going to even out the air better throughout the whole unit. So that's just something to keep in mind. Otherwise, you can always just leave these open, and they'll be more fresher right away when you come in and stand underneath it. But to cool the whole unit, you do want it through the vents so that even it all out. Especially if the doors are closed, then no air or no heat's going to get through those doors. So make sure that you have those closed so the air can go through the ducting and get better air there. And if you want your heater on, you can do the same thing here with your heater. You have a light switch right here. Your heater here, you're just going to flip this switch here when you put it on cool. Flip it all the way to your right to where it says heat. Turn your thermostat all the way to 90. Once your heater kicks on, it's going to be coming through the floor. So you're going to have a vent over there by the kitchen sink. Then you're going to have another vent in the back bedroom, in the bathroom, in this bedroom you're going to have one. I always say put it at 90, just get started. Once you feel that it's getting heat, like a little bit of warm, then you want to adjust it to 70 or however hot you want it. Otherwise, you leave it at 90, it's going to be a hot box and you're going to toast yourself. So just be careful with that. Just put it back down to 70 or 90 or 70 or 65, depending on how hot you want it. There's that, and then when you can turn it off, just put the switch here to off to keep the heater and everything off. Okay. Right here, your couch is going to turn into a bed. By that, you're just going to take these cushions off just like this. Take this cushion off as well, and then you're just going to pull it out just like a regular couch bed at home. You're just going to pull it out here. You're going to pull this part out here. Just be careful not to hit your door there. And then this here is just going to flap, and then you're going to have your bed here. So this here's your couch bed like this, and then to bring it back, you're just going to do the same concept. Just bring it there. That's going to go there, and then this here is just going to flip up. This can go right back in, and then you're going to put your cushions right back inside. You could also use your cushions. You could also use your cushions as pillows. So if you want an extra pillow or extra comfort on the bed, you could also use your pillows for that. You're going to have these different type of blinds in the living room area. These ones here are just going to come down and go back up for any kind of reason that you're putting them down and they go down. When you put them back up, they just fall down. This little string right here, you're going to want to wrap it around this little stud on the bottom here, and you want to make sure this has some tension. That's what's going to keep your blinds up. So they're not staying up. You can wrap it around this little stud right here on the side to tighten it, and then if not, you can always leave it, and we could do that when it gets here. You can have more light switches here, more cabinet space here, more cabinet space there. This is going to be the same type of blind as the side one here. Just goes up, goes down. Over here, you're going to have a light switch right here. Same thing with your blinds. They're going to do the same thing here. Just going to go down, go right back up. Same thing here, go down, go back up. To turn your table here into a bed, you're just going to wiggle this off just like that. And then these, you just want to help wiggle them out a little bit more. Put that there. Put that there. And then this here is just going to fit right underneath your cushions here. There's a small little lip that it's going to go on. And that's that. And then you're going to use these little cushions here. to make for your full bed. So this right here will be your bed, and that's that right there. Okay. This way here, you're gonna have some more closet space here on the side. Pretty good amount of storage space throughout this whole unit. More storage there. You have another 110 plug socket here. Right through this door, you can have another light switch right here as well. You can have a door here to get into your bunk bed area. This bunk bed here is going to have another slide out. So your slide out switch is going to be right here. For it to go out, just press out, and then your slide out is going to go out. Just hold the switch out till you hear that. When you hear that loud like ticking noise, that means it's all the way out. It's not going to go any further. Just stop right there. So right there, when you hear that little clicking noise, that's all the way in. You want to come this way. Right here is going to be your breaker and fuse box. So say you're plugged into electrical or you have a generator on, you want to make sure that you have all your breakers are all on, and then you also have fuses, and then right next to the fuses they're all listed on which fuse goes to which. So just in case you have any issues, this is what you'll check first before you start panicking and like, oh no, nothing's working. Always check your fuse box and then see if everything's there. If not, you can always give us a call back at the shop. We can walk you through any kind of questions or any kind of issues or concerns or anything like that you have. So right inside here, you're going to have your light switches just going to turn on manual. Same thing here in manual. You're going to have another 110 plug socket down there on the floor. So right here, this is optional. You can have your bed here, or you can have it in the up position, which you have these little holes on the sides where these things here are just going to lock into place, and they'll stay up there. That way you guys can eat dinner or eat anything right here. This table here also turns into a bed. So this here, you're just going to pop these little pieces up just like that. Wiggle off these little arms here. Wiggle those off. And then these are just going to come. Well, on this one here, this table here is damaged. So this one here, you're going to want to use, we put these 2x4s here. These here are going to come just sitting straight across. Just like that. You can put one there. Put one there, and then you can also put this other one way up in here for the front. And this thing's here, when you have it in here, these just give it that little extra support so that this doesn't break if someone's going to sleep on it, just because how it already got that crack on it. This one here is just going to sit right there. Sit right there, just like that. And then you're going to use these. And then that's going to be your full bed right there. So that's going to be your bed there. Then you also have this. And then that's what it's going to look like for the bunk bed situation if you're going to use them as bunk beds. Over here, you're going to have your other bed for the bunk bed here. This one here is going to pick this up, slide it towards you, and then you'll be able to get up here and turn on your other light. So you have another light over here, just like that. Make sure you use your steps here. Make sure you don't step on this, because this here, you will break it if you use your foot and step on it. So make sure you are stepping on the ladder. You have another roof vent right here. This one here is just a roof vent. It doesn't have no fan or anything like that, so that's just to get air if you need air. Make sure when you're driving that this is down, so that way you don't get it blown off with the wind or anything like that. You have another little closet space here. Pretty good sized little closet space. You can have another blinds here. They're going to be held on by the mini blinds just like the same as the front. You want them in the mini blind holders or all the way in the up position. Put your things back, they just slide right back in, and then you have your bunk beds back to normal. There is a weight capacity of 250 on this top bunk here, and this one here might have one too. So this one here might not be as strong as that one, so I'll probably say maybe about 150 to 200 will probably fit on this one, and then the bottom is just is a good size there. Right back outside here, you're gonna have more closet, like a pantry space on this side. You also have a little bit of more cabinet space on this side with your water heater. I have all that covered when you come pick up the unit. This unit is winterized right now, so we'll de-winterize it. All that stuff will be all set for you, so you don't have to worry about any of that. You can have your refrigerator here. You can have your fridge freezer here. You can have your bottom refrigerator here. Make sure you push these little buttons in. When it's closed, it's not going to open just by pulling. You have to push this in, and then you pull it out, and then that's going to open and close your refrigerator door. Turn on your refrigerator. We're already going to have it already turned on for you. All you're going to need to do is turn this here on, and then it's going to turn on. So you're going to want it on gas. It uses very little propane to keep it going, so you don't have to worry about it draining everything. If this light here is flashing or that light is on, that just means check your propane tank that it didn't get that signal for it to light. So make sure you check on that to make sure it's light. So if you have this is on, then you're going to check your propane tank, make sure it's full. If not, switch it to the next one and you'll get power. And we'll already have all this stuff on for you when you come and pick it up. Right here you can have more cabinet space for like your cups, bowls, plates, things like that. You have another light switch right underneath here. You have more cabinet space underneath here. You also have an overhead fan, an overhead light. You also have a microwave. We always ask that you don't run your microwave and air conditioner at the same time. That'll kick a fuse or a breaker on your generator or house power, whatever you're going to use. So make sure if you use your microwave or you have your air conditioner on and you need to use your microwave, turn your air conditioner off, use the microwave. When the microwave is done, you can turn your air conditioner back on. And here you also have another roof vent here. No fan, just the roof vent. So make sure if you are driving that your roof vents are down so they don't get flown off with the wind. You're going to have your island here with your kitchen sink. You're going to have your drawer space here. There's also a few extra fuses, so if you need an extra fuse or anything like that, if one pops, you have one in there. You have more drawer space here, here, and here. So plenty of drawer space. You have more storage cabinet space underneath your island there. Right here on your stove, you just turn all these pilots on. Use your sparker, turn that on. You have a lighter? I can borrow real fast. To turn on your oven here, you're going to want to put this switch here on pilot, and you're going to push it in. Once you have that pushed in, you're going to come down here and you're going to turn it on. And then once you see that blue flame light down there, you're going to let it go, and then you're going to turn this on. You can see on the bottom here that it's flamed up. So every time you're going to use your oven and you turn it off, you're going to have to light it that same exact way. Just like lighting your furnace or your water heater at home, it's going to be kind of that same concept there. You also have another drawer space down here. So if you need to go through your drawers or anything like that, you're going to have that drawer space there. Okay. You have a fire extinguisher right here on the bottom. So just in case you need a fire extinguisher for any kind of reason, you'll have one right there on the unit. You can have another light switch right here, just turn it on manually. You can have another one right here, you gotta turn it on manual. You can have a smoke detector right there on the roof. And then you also have an LP and carbon monoxide detector here. This one here is really sensitive to cologne, perfume, hairspray, aerosol, things of that nature. If you're gonna spray that, make sure you don't spray a lot of it, or if you are gonna spray a lot of it, step outside and spray. Otherwise, this might get that little smell of it, and it's gonna go off. If it does go off, open up your roof vents, open up some windows, step outside. Once it airs out, it's gonna turn off. You'll be free to come back inside. Yep, and that's it. That's all your unit here. If you have any questions, feel free to call the shop or anything like that. If you have any kind of issues or anything like that. And have a good day, and we'll see you next time.